Now about 100 rape kits from Missouri are being processed at an out-of-state private forensic lab.
And those who work with sexual assault victims say this is a huge step forward, as some rape kits have sat in evidence rooms around the state for decades.
Ray Preston has been asking Missouri Attorney General how we can make sure Missouri doesn't get caught with a backlog of cases again.
Well, we caught up with Attorney General Eric Schmidt in Clayton this afternoon. Now, part of his plan is to have lawmakers create a new system of tracking these kits. Now, those who work with sexual assault victims will tell you the backlog of thousands of cases has shaken many victims' faith that they could turn to the courts for justice. The YWCA of Metro St. Louis has a 24/7 hotline and a sexual assault response team that will take a call
and respond out to any hospital or police department when someone is ready to report a sexual assault that's happened to them.
In the last quarter of the year, it responded to more than 140 calls in St. Louis City and County.
We're there primarily and solely to support that person, provide them with information to empower them to make the best and informed decision for themselves through this process.
Missouri is now moving forward with the beginning stages of testing more than 6,000 rape kits around the state, some of which have sat in evidence rooms for decades. A federal grant will allow the state to process more than 1,200 of the victims' kits in private labs.
Well, I think it can give hope that we're going to honor the courage that they've had to come forward to know that we're going to have these kits tested and bring people to justice.
The Missouri Attorney General agrees the backlog has shaken confidence in the courts. Schmidt says even rape kits from cases old enough to have passed the statute of limitations will be tested.
We want to have as much information as we can, and we never know where that evidence might lead. You might have a multiple offender, so some of these kits go back to the 1980s.
Lawmakers are expected to consider legislation this session calling for extensive tracking on rape kits.
The good thing that we can share with them is that we know Missouri is working on a tracking system to kind of prevent these problems happening in the future.
Now, a federal grant will provide funding to test about 1,200 of the more than 6,000 rape kits. Schmidt says his office will be reapplying for more grant money to clear the backlog of rape kits in Missouri.